Well, hello and welcome to Cyclomania. Today we're going to talk about bicycle pumps. I may have talked about pumps in the past, but not in trying to explain what these pumps do. So, if you have purchased a pump from a bicycle store within the last 5 years, chances are it has a head like this, which has two holes. You may be wondering why, right? The bigger hole is for shredder valve, or American valve or car valve, and the small hole is for the French valve or Presta valve. Now, if you purchased a valve pump recently, depending upon how much you paid, it may have more features and function. For example, this is 160 psi pump. You could buy something that looks identical to this that could be 200 psi pump. So somebody is wondering why we need 200 psi. Well, most of the kids' bikes start at 30 psi, and a race bike with tubular type of tube would need up to 160 psi. So if you're having a 160 psi, you will struggle using it. You need a 200 psi pump. And if you've paid anything for your pump, then it will have more features. So a basic pump could cost you somewhere between 4 to 6 reals in Oman. And for that, you just get a pump with maybe a head like that. Now, a pump like this also has a gauge. Okay, you see the pressure gauge here that shows you how much air you have put. It's on in psi as well as bar. Psi as well as bar, so you know how much you have added to your bike. So a pump like this would cost you about 9 reals, and they would go up to 65 reals depending upon the type of the pump and what it's capable of. The next type of pump you might know is what we call a frame pump. So a pump like this will be put on a bicycle frame, and it'll go with you in case you change your tubes outside. So it may have a head like this, okay, which has both shredder and prester, or it may have a head just like that you could flip the internal parts to use shredder valve and then flip it again to use a prester valve. Now, this particular one from Schwinn is difficult to find today. Actually has a big hole on one side for shredder valve and a small hole on the other side for prester valve. Now, if you're new to the two types of valves and you're wondering what they are, I had them for you. So, a prester valve, or otherwise called French valve, is a skinny valve like that. It doesn't have to be as long. You could get them with 33 mm, 48 mm, 60 mm, 80 and 100 mm. Okay, so this is about 80 mm in length, and then that is American valve or shredder valve. So you can see it's wider. This is similar to what you see on cars, right? So if you have a pump head with a big side, that would accommodate this valve, okay? And if you have a pump head with the smaller side, the skinny side, that would accommodate the shredder valve, all right? We have a video that talks about the shredder valves and the prester valves and how to use them. I will link it at the end of this video so that if you're not familiar on how to use this, the shredder valve or prester valve, you would be able to understand it. With that said, thank you very much for joining. See you in another info video right here at Cyclomania.